In the Vedic system, we understand there's 4 yugas: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwarpa Yuga, and Kali Yuga. And at the end of Kali Yuga, we understand there's annihilation and a new beginning. Again, a cycle of Satya, Treta, Dwarpa, and Kali. So we're in one universe, but there are many universes. And depending on the karma of the soul, there's soul in the tree, there's soul in the animal, the aquatics, all the different species. Their life force is soul. And we're all equals. All the soul, Jiva Shakti, are of the same quality. But we have different body types according to karma, our karma and consciousness. So this will perpetually revolve regardless of creation, destruction. We could take birth in another universe, in a different species, according to our karma. So it's really irrelevant what happens at the time of annihilation. That's just the material, the planets and the universes consideration. But the Jiva souls, we will still revolve. We'll take birth somewhere else according to our karma. And there will always be different species of life in the material, mundane aspect. So it's like a perpetual cycle. It's called Samsara in Sanskrit. And you see the wheel, often it signifies the cycle of birth, death, birth, death, birth, death. It goes on and on and on until we stop our karma. And there's only one way to do that, by surrendering to Supreme Truth and being enlisted in eternal plane where there's no creation, no destruction. So all the different species are revolving. And karma is like an hourglass. You know how the sand, you turn the hourglass, the sand goes down into the bottom, and then you turn it again, it goes down to the bottom. Karma is like that. So it keeps revolving. And until we break that cycle and transcend the law of karma, become surrendered, serving units, this will go on. And we know also this aspect of life to be small in comparison to the infinite, transcendental, spiritual abodes. The material universes are very small. Most souls in creation are living in the transcendental, eternal world. And the examples given, like the prison, that in a country like Thailand, you'll have most people are free to go about their lives and their business, but a small population will be put in jail because they're criminals. So like that in creation, most people are free. Most people are living in an eternal abode. They're living happily, eternally in the transcendental spiritual plane. But a small population will be in jail, and that's like the material aspect. So we've come here, we've chosen to come here, and until we surrender, we'll be revolving in all these species of life, in all the different universes, according to our karma. So, after destruction, new creation is there. And all the different species will go into their places, take birth accordingly. So we can think of it as like a wheel. Chakra. So the devotees are interested in solving this dilemma and surrendering to Krishna, becoming servitors and giving up exploitation, finishing our karma, being very careful about our activities and devoting everything, dedicating everything, and becoming a member of the Supreme Lord's entourage, His personal family life. That's our aspiration. And really, we're not so afraid of the material world and samsara. We're more interested in offering ourselves and becoming servitors. It's not out of fear we're approaching Krishna's lotus feet, but for the truth and to be accepted in the service group in that higher plane. So that automatically our difficulties will be solved just by offering ourselves and surrendering ourselves. Really, surrendering means surrendering the false ego and giving up exploitation and embracing wholeheartedly dedication. And this way, aspiring for pure love of God, service to Krishna. So that's what we're trying to do, and even as Goswami Maharaj was saying, even a little bit of progress in this endeavor, even it may be impossible, but still we've tried for it, we're trying for it, and how much benefit we'll get for that is inconceivable. Even a little effort, a little appreciation, and a step in this direction can save one from the perpetual cycle of birth and death. So, Srila Sridhar Maharaj said, World War III, let it be. It's a point on a line on a plane. It's really irrelevant to us. Our interest is exclusively on surrendering ourselves and becoming devotees, pleasing our Guru and Gauranga. And this is the happiest life. We can't control the environment or anything that goes on in it or anybody within it. We can barely control our own self. But our emphasis should be on regulating our own self, trying to control our own self, trying to follow and adhere to all the practices and principles of devotion, trying to spend our lives for service, embracing all the teachings, following them wholeheartedly, thereby regulating ourself and not the outside world. At any moment, we could be destroyed. So, Srila Sridhar Maharaj says, regulate thyself and don't look outwards, look inwards. And you'll find harmony there, regulating your own self, becoming centered within devotion. And there you'll find peace and harmony. And the outside world will always be subject to change, to destruction, and there's nothing we can do about that. Okay?